What's good, YouTube? It's Chris of Voluntary Prophecy. And before I get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Um, so everybody's overreacting about this whole Antonio Brown situation. If you didn't know what happened, so basically, I don't know if he was frustrated about, Tom Brady not force feeding him the ball, or I don't know if he was mad about the refs not calling, holding. I don't know what happened. Maybe it could be the play calling. Uh, but he decided to go on the sideline, take his shirt off, which obviously you can't do that. Why? I don't know. NFL stupid rules. You can't take your shirt off. He took his shirt off. He took his gloves off. He threw it to the stands. He threw his gloves to the stands during the game, I should say. Now he wasn't hurt. Obviously, Antonio Brown is the most durable freaking NFL player that you could ever find. If there was like 1,000 Antonio Browns, oh man, it would have been trouble. Um, And he's never missed a game neither. I can't think of a game that he's never missed. I don't think he's missed a game. It was kind of like Chad Ochocinco, he was very, very durable. Those two guys were very, very durable during their careers. But anyways, yeah, so he just tossed his equipment, his jersey, his gloves in the, audience, and then he went to the middle of the field, the middle of the logo, Jets logo, and then he started to hype the crowds up, and obviously he just went through the tunnel, and that's it. After the game, they released him off of waivers. So now everybody's thinking, oh, he's gonna find another job. No, he's not. This is the end of Antonio Brown. Just like how Colin Kaepernick, you see how many opportunities when teams went down. I remember when the Dolphins was trying to look for a quarterback. When Ryan Fitzpatrick went down, and this was when Tua was still in college. Who did they call up? Jay Cutler. They didn't even call Colin Kaepernick. They called Jay Cutler. So you know damn well how the NFL operates. The NFL is not on that bullish. Okay, the NFL is strictly about business. If you act a fool, you think the other 31, let me see. Yeah, you think the other 31 teams are gonna say, well, maybe we have a shot at Antonio Brown? No. Because the same way he's acting is going to be the same way he's going to act in all 31 other teams. So just get that crap out of your head right now. Antonio Brown is done in the NFL. He had a great career. At least he won a Super Bowl out of it. If you want to pull him in the Hall of Fame, if he retires tomorrow, best believe he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer because of that Super Bowl ring. You cannot take that Super Bowl ring away from him. You know what I'm saying? He balled out that year. But like I said, if you wanna obviously they can't banish him because he didn't do anything wrong. He just violated, league rules. Like no player can take their equipment off unless it's like the end of the game. Y'all swapping jerseys, then okay. In the clock reaches zero, fourth quarter, the clock reaches zero. Have no problem taking off your jersey, swapping other jerseys and stuff. Okay, that's fine. But once you in the middle of the game, you can't do what Antonio Brown did. That's like me working and I go outside to take a very important phone call, knowing that phone call can wait. I don't know. It could be something either. It could be life or death situation, and I ignored it. And then when what I'm saying, like once you know my shift ends, I get the call that such and such my brother passed away, something like that. And I said, damn, how the hell that happen? Well, I tried to call you, but you didn't pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? So, or I could have just said, you know what? It'll just take 1 second. And my boss would tell me, well, if you walk out that door, don't bother walking back in because you're gonna be fired. Just saying, for example. But I don't know that. The phone call that I just received, that could have been prevented if I just would have taken the phone call. But I understood the situation that I was in. I said, it can wait. I didn't answer it. I went back to work. When I got off of work, I had like 13 messages, 13 missed messages, 17 missed calls. So I called everybody up and say, oh, now you want to pick up the phone. Well, I tried to make a phone call, but, obviously my boss didn't allow me to. So what's up? And obviously, he said, oh, nothing much. Your brother just got in a car accident and he passed away. And, now I just feel like, damn, like, I mean, obviously I couldn't do nothing, but I just wanted to hear the news ahead of time. Just for example, this ain't real. I'm just saying, for example, that's the way Antonio Brown should have handled it. He should have he should have either gone to the offensive coordinators, talk to the head coach or the offensive coordinators and say, yo, why you not giving me the ball much? Godwin is not even in the lineup. He's out for the year. You got Miller taking, catches away from me. You got Gronk taking catches away from me. I'm okay with Evans taking catches away from me because he's the number one target, but I should not be taking less targets than Miller. Miller is not even active enough. So, will he get another shot? Probably not. Because once your reputation is done, it's done, my guy. It's done. There's literally nothing you can do. The other 30, like I said, the other 31 teams already saw what you did. Now, it may not have been in a primetime game. It may not be at 4 o'clock. It may not have been at 8 o'clock. It may not even be at Monday night. But it was a Monday night. It was a Sunday game. Sunday morning. Nobody's on their bye week. Everybody played, I'm pretty sure. And everybody saw it. So what does that will tell you? NFL already got a hold of it. So now that the NFL has a hold of it, the video already linked. Now it's going to be on World Star. It's going to be on other different social media networks. So now your reputation is fully damaged. So just like how every other NFL have their own agents, right? NFL players cannot say, well, I want to go to this team. Okay, bye, see you. No, they have to go through their representative, which is their agent, and their agent has to do their best job of landing you a spot. If they do, then they get paid. If they don't, then they don't get paid. That's just how agents work, okay? So if you telling me that Antonio Brown, with one game left, because literally there's just one game left. And like I said, if he were to retire tomorrow, retire after the Super Bowl, you cannot tell me that he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Even with his troubles, you cannot tell me that Antonio Brown is not a Hall of Fame player. He's never missed, I can't really tell you the last time he's missed the NFL snap. He's been very, very productive, very, very durable. You cannot question his work ethic, but you can question that something is not there. And just like how LeBron James, Kevin Durant, DeMarcus Cousins, they all have the same pattern. They never had a father figure. And that's what Antonio Brown didn't have. I looked at his documentary growing up. I looked at his documentary. His dad was never in his life. He and his mom and his siblings, was the only one that was holding the whole family together. He felt like he said that sports really brought, you know, the child out of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I had so much fun playing the sport. Because at first I was a troublemaker. I was always keep getting in trouble in school, and the coaches talked to my mom and saying that if there's something that Brown can do after school, so he won't be caught in the wrong side of town. That would be perfect. And then after that, he just fell in love with football. First it was basketball, then he just got transferred into football, and then ever since he just popped. So yes, that's the lining issue. LeBron James, you see how he storms out when he loses by double figures or by double points. He don't stay into the end. But sometimes when stuff like this lashes out, you can't do nothing but to feel sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like Odell, when he lashed out, when he was peeing like a dog and having a IG model in the hotel with coke, and he was on. I mean, I'm not gonna even bother with the boat thing. That was a collective group. It's not like he was out there by himself. That was that right there was a team group. That was like a team effort. It's not like he was out there by himself, have with his body exposed and stuff. That was a team effort. So I'm not gonna put the boat on him. But again, that was his wrongdoing because he knew he had a game before and he was flexing all over the field and stuff. And then but Odell is just he's a clown. But at least he has somebody that can pull him to the side and say, "Yo, if you want to continue to be in the NFL." His dad is probably saying, if you want to continue to be in the NFL, son, you have to shape up and stop making a fool out of yourself. Because as fast as you come in, as fast as you come in NFL, you can go just like that. You see Colin Kaepernick, you see they don't ring his phone, they don't do anything for that guy. It's because he put it on himself. Now, if you want to be that guy, then go ahead. The NFL wouldn't hesitate to remove you from the video games. They won't hesitate to remove your merchandise. Like you saw how the WWE did Hulk Hogan. They removed him for the Hall of Fame. They removed his merchandises. They removed everything. But obviously, he begged and complained and whined about him saying him sorry and this and that. But the WWE wind up taking him back. I don't know if they put him back in the Hall of Fame though. But anyways, people are gonna lash out. For me, I'm just telling you what I saw. If y'all want my honest opinion about it, he did nothing wrong. But on the business side, you cannot do that. But like I said again, if the game was over and he did that, I don't know if he would have been released because the game was already over. But he did that in the middle of the second quarter. You know? So there you have it. He's released. So hey, at least he won a Super Bowl out of it. it would have sucked if he didn't win the Super Bowl and he did this, but at least he won a Super Bowl. But like I said, will you put Antonio Brown, if he were to retire tomorrow, would you put him in would you put him in the Hall of Fame? Is he a Hall of Fame player in your eyes? Did he do enough over his what? What he's in ninth year, I believe? His ninth or eighth year in the league? Has he done enough to convince you that he's a Hall of Fame player? He's never missed a game in his career that I know of. I mean, yeah, he has some probably I mean, he has some nicks and bruises who don't have any nicks and bruises. But every Sunday I tuned in, I saw number 84 always lined up, you know? So, but the NFL, the media is going to blow this out of proportion. You know how these white liberal medias are, you know? They're going to frame, you know, Brown as a bad guy and, you know, and trust me, like, I had to think about this too. Like, what if the Buccaneers would have lost this game? That would have made it 10 times worse. So now, instead of hearing it one day, you're going to be hearing it for the next 6 days. But since the Patriots came back, no, Patriots, since the Buccaneers came back and won that game, they're still going to talk about it because it's news. That's what media's lash on. They don't lash on the good stuff. Who wants to hear the good stuff? They want to hear the dark secrets. They want to hear the nitty gritty. They want to hear the bottom feeders. You know, that's what they are. They bottom feeders. You know, and then they go back and write their little article and saying how Antonio Brown is a prime example of why you don't give the star treatment and this and that. Like, you know, Tom Brady opened his house, he opened his arms to him, and he did that to him. Like, you know, and you know, when they ask Tom Brady is going to deflect the answers like he always does. You know, like I might probably be a reporter. Like this is me. Tom, B reporter for Tampa XY 12 television. On the sideline, did you see anything wrong with Antonio Brown that he had to lash out like that? And this is Tom. Geez, I don't know. You know, that's you would have to ask the head coach. I mean, I'm just here to call plays in the huddle and throw it to the best guy available. Okay, next person. And then they're going to continue the same. They're going to continue to do the same crap repeatedly. They might probably switch their words around to throw Tom off, you know? Like, the other beat reporter might say, well, Tom, could you have pulled Antonio Brown aside and say, listen, this is not about you, this is about the team? Or you could have just gave him some words of advice. And this is Tom. I mean, Antonio Brown says he's a great player. He comes to work every day and he works his butt off. You know, I think Antonio Brown at the end of the day is his own guy, is his own man. So I don't think any words of encouragement would have lessened the blow. But what happened is unfortunate, and I wish him the best of luck. See, media trained. He's media trained. All these guys are media trained. So at the end of the day, people are going to say, well, he can go on this team. Why? After tomorrow, this is going to be the last game. Like, he literally had a shot to go back to the Super Bowl. Now, I don't know if they would have probably gone to the Super Bowl, but Antonio Brown would have gave him the best chance because he's Antonio Brown. He's that good, you know. Now that they are receivers short because they got Miller, Godwin is out for the year, They got Gronk and they got Evans. So I'm guessing they might probably sign somebody off the practice squad, give him some reps, see how he does. And I think they still got no, not Pyramid. I'm thinking Pyramid about. Yeah, I think they still got Pyramid. Brian Pyramid. He used to be the former New York Jets receiver. So they might probably give him some reps. He'll probably be a third option on that team and see how he goes. Tampa is not going to miss a beat. I'm pretty sure. They will miss Godwin. I will say that. They will miss Godwin. But as long as they got Gronk, Evans, obviously Leonard Fournette is gone for the year. So that's a big blow because that's probably like 70% of their offense, because Jones is not Leonard Fournette at all, But it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. When you're dealing with a white corporate company like the NFL, you can't do that. You cannot do that, Antonio Brown. Like they literally gave you a chance and you messed it up. Like you could have gone back to the Super Bowl, or you could have just at least sniffed another playoff appearance, to add to your resume. But now it's like you knew the shit was coming. Like you knew they was gonna release you. Like what did you expect? For you to do that and for them to still keep you on the roster? Because you know why? Because you know why they released them? Because they won't have to face the backlash. Because think about it. The news reporters are just licking their lips just to answer that question. What happened to Antonio Brown on the sideline? Every single day, y'all gonna watch. Every single day, those Tampa Bay Buccaneers players are gonna have to go up to that podium and answer that question. Whether it's coaching, players, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators. Well, defensive coordinators are off the hook because they only control the defensive side. But offensive coordinators, they're gonna have, a lot to answer. And you're going to hear that every single day. ESPN, First Take, especially Stephen A. Smith. We already know how Stephen A. Smith lashed out on Antonio Brown when he was filming in that locker room during the championship game. Now, he might probably, like Stephen A. Smith might probably go on. He said, put the camera on me. Stay off the weed. No, I'm just playing. No, he might probably say something like, put the camera on me. Antonio Brown, you're a world-class athlete. There's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can't take away. You are a world champion. For 8 years, I have watched you and Big Ben grow as a 1-2 punch duo in the NFL. Some people might probably compare you to Joe Montana and Jerry Rice because you were that fun to watch. But I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope you get the help that you deserve because you need it. There's unspeakable what he did. And I'm pretty sure Antonio Brown is officially done in the NFL. And, Undisputed is going to get it. First Things First is going to get it. Speak for Yourself is going to, all these social media outlets are going to get their hands on this topic, especially Shannon Sharpe. Because we all know how, not really close, but you know how Shannon Sharpe feels about receivers, Because his brother was a receiver. So he's going to, oh man. But you know what? For me, like I said, personally, he didn't do nothing wrong. But in the public's eyes, well, not really in the public's eyes. Well, in the public's eyes, they might not see it. They may see it as, oh, he didn't do nothing wrong. He just threw his equipment on the fans. not really equipment. He just threw his jersey and his gloves and stuff like that, and he just walked out. I mean, that's like you walking out of class and the teacher writes you a referral for just walking out of class. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure most of y'all probably done that 1,000 times. But in the corporate world, that cannot happen. That's a slap to the face. You saw how everybody was looking at him? Like, you're a professional. This is a professional world. You're supposed to conduct yourself in a professional manner. You cannot do that. Now, like I said, if the game was over, if it was the fourth quarter with 3 seconds, 2 seconds left to go, they kneeled down, then okay. I don't think nobody would ever do anything about it or say anything about it. But he walked out in the middle of the game. What would you expect? What would and the stupidity of people are going to say, oh, he's going to get picked up. No, he's not. This is the end of Antonio Brown. Like I said, the 31 teams that saw that is not going to deal with that. Because you know why? He's going to bring that to that locker room. And then he's going to bring that to that locker room. And he's going to bring that to that locker room. Whether their intentions, whether they're in contention of making the playoffs or not, Antonio Brown messed up. I wish him not the best. I wish he gets help. Because there's really something mentally wrong with this guy. But at least I'll give Odell Beckham Jr. the nod. As crazy and mentally unstable as Antonio Brown is, I would vouch and say that Odell Beckham Jr. was not as bad. He just did showboating behavior. That's what he did, showboating behavior. And if anybody don't know what showboating behavior means, it means that when you lash out and you do stuff unprojectedly, you know, when he was in a tunnel and he was like praying, or when he punched a hole in the wall, or, you know, where, you know, like he was pissing like a dog in the end zone, or when he was like marrying a kicking net, like all those things, they were not bad. Yes, he got fined. Yes, he did this, he did that. But like I said, in the corporate world, you can't do that. You cannot conduct yourself in that manner. Because not only you make the teammate look bad, you make the team look bad, you make the teammates look bad, you make the owner look bad. Now the owner, after the season, is going to have to stand up in that same podium and ask those same stupid, ridiculous questions. Why was Odell Beckham Jr. peeing in the sideline? Why was Odell this? Why was Odell that? And then John Mayer is going to say, well, you know, Odell is a great guy, and he has, you know, a lot of growing up to do. You know what I'm saying? So just get help, Antonio Brown. Just get help. Because I remember not too long ago, you was beefing with Jake Paul, and he put you on the map on that diss track. If anybody can find that diss track, just type in Jake Paul or Logan. One of the Logan brothers, he actually did a mixtape, a diss track on Antonio Brown, tearing him up to shreds. Antonio Brown is the worst rapper alive, and he tried to come back at him with another diss track, which was horrible. It was horrible. It was not even good. Bad. And then that's when the NFL came back and, you know, just took him back because he was just looking lost in deer headlights. But, you know, like I said, man, I just hope nothing but the best for him. And, I mean, it's sad, you know, to fans, not me. I could get 2 craps. You know, I'm not playing. And if I was playing, I'd never conduct myself like that, you know. I'll be the Larry Fitzgerald of the NFL if I ever was a receiver in the NFL, which obviously that's long gone because I just had too much injuries. But if I was a receiver, I would conduct myself like Larry Fitzgerald. He never had any off the field issues, never panned out. He sucks that he never won a Super Bowl, but he did make a Super Bowl. He did make a Super Bowl appearance, so that counts. You may not have won the Super Bowl, but getting there, it's the ultimate feeling because not a lot of teams go back. I mean, look at the Giants. Make it the last 11 years. I mean, you do the math. 08, 09, 010, 11, 012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the Giants have been out of the playoffs. The Giants made the playoff once in the last 10 years. That's bad. And they haven't been back since. Look at the Ravens. The last time they won the Super Bowl, Ray Lewis retired. Haven't been back since. 49ers just got back to the Super Bowl not too long ago, 2019. So it's not hard to go back, but a little secret, the NFL schedule is what helps and breaks you. It literally helps you and breaks you. So I'll go back. I'll do this in another video, but Antonio Brown, just get the help that you need. It sucks that you will never get an opportunity again. Maybe, you can call plays. You could be in a broadcast. You can, be in a broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? You look at most of these receivers, most of these former NFL players. You look at Thomas, you look at Steve Smith, you look at Jonathan Vilma, Tony Romo, ex-NFL players. What are they doing now? Eli Manning, Peyton Manning on Monday. But Antonio Brown is not going to be doing that. Come on, man. Antonio Brown. You think Antonio Brown is going to go into broadcasting? No. You see Michael Vick, you see Rod Woodson. He's not gonna go. Come on, man. Antonio Brown is just too. He's not into that whole. No. I mean, he has some. I'm not gonna lie. He has the intelligence to go out there and say those things. But that's just not him. That's just not him. At the end of the day. So like, comment, subscribe. If you're a fan of Antonio Brown, if you think that he's done, if you think that he deserves another shot, which multiple